So there's one more thing we wanted to say about the money piece, and we didn't include it in the first part, so we wanted to include it now.
Yeah, so basically there was something else really beautiful that happened in this process of taking this decision. Was as I reflected on that money, I realized, I mean, it's not money that I have inherited somewhere. It's really money that I have saved from working. And as I reflected about that, yeah, somehow retrospectively it transformed that work that I had been doing and the time that I had put into it. And obviously I didn't know at that time, but now it feels like all of this has been in service to the temple and in service to Nikila. So it really changed that work that I had been doing.
Yeah, and when you said that, I thought of Timo. That it was just yesterday. Just yesterday, you were here. You know all about it. That he finally signed the final papers, like the final papers to sell his business. It's a process that he's been in now for half a year almost, and he's had this business partner and this collaboration with this other person for 28 years. And for those 28 years, as he explained, he did everything so that the most amount of money would stay with the business. They didn't pay themselves salaries. It was supposed to be for the retirement, supposed to be for the passive income, and so that they could retire and so forth. And they played it so smart in that sense. And then the money we were supposed to have for Nikila through other means fell through, another one fell through, yeah. And it became obvious that Timo needed to sell his business. And at first he was very like that, that he's not going to do that not because it's his passive income, but that's what we would pay the monthly bills for Nikila with. And so we'd need that safety. And that's the thing with soul initiation, like whatever your safety blanket is, like whatever your version of that safety blanket is, that's what will be demanded of you. Like that's the price. Like, some people have the teddy bear, some people have a blankie, some people, whatever your version is, that's what it will be asked for you. Because as long as you're trying to play it safe, you're not risking all, then all cannot be given. So he had to accept that, okay, if we're going to go forward with this, I'm going to sell. And he was very at peace with it. And it's been a journey, so it wasn't like all of a sudden, but basically he feels like these 28 years have now been washed. And yesterday he was celebrating that divorce, that separation, that business, selling his half to his business partner, that it wasn't actually meant for a pension plan. It wasn't meant just so that he could enjoy it or his kids could inherit whatever is left behind, etc. It's for the temple. And it's so that humanity, it's an investment in humanity, and so that humans and souls can benefit through their soul initiation and emergence, and that places like this can be preserved, and that co-creation between humans and land and spirit. And so to wash hard-earned money, as we put it in English, it has been very, it's not inherited. It is, in your case, it was not inherited, and it's also nothing wrong if you do have inheritance that you want to wash over, but this sense of it's been actually all along and I didn't know it. These decades, it's actually been meant for this. And there's such a, I don't know, the best way I can say it is washing. It's like a cleansing or a purification or a blessing. And it's like, the Christians have this thing of like when you take the water, and it's kind of, I don't know, it has that grace to it, the way I experience it. Yeah. Anything else you wanted to? Oh, cool. Okay. So that is also the process of personality surrendering to soul. That all this that personality was doing so that, in your old age you're taken care of. Same thing with Timo's. In his old age, he's got this to fall back on because he worked hard in his prime years and, you know, did that hard working thing. That personality can surrender. That story, or that the way things are supposed to work out, like because you know or something how it's supposed to be, that surrenders to the greater good, surrenders to love with a capital L, not romance, surrenders to the sacred, surrenders to purpose, and surrenders to the collective. And for me, that's where power and love can meet. The power, and money is power, has power, as so does love. So it's not that one is more or less, but there's money and love, power and love becoming one. Yeah, through this washing. So if that inspires you, maybe, yeah, I can suggest one practice that allow whatever you choose so that it's okay. You know, €1, €10, €50, €100, whatever's okay for you right now, and put that aside for soul, and put it towards your soul's longing, burning, you know, whatever. If it's that you want to be an artist, buy a canvas and some paints, or, you know, whatever your medium is. If you are wanting to, you know, be a writer, you know, buy that nice notebook or whatever it is, but put it toward, even if it doesn't make sense, it's not gonna, you know, you could be paying, you could put that towards rent, whatever. Do that and let your soul rejoice and like, yes, and to nourish your soul with money. Yeah, it's just a practice. Thank you.